food reviewer. I do reviews on the YouTube. You never knew such a cool dude. I keep it so fly, and do you know why? It's cause I know whether to buy that food.
Alright guys, day 2 of this road trip brought us from Moline, Illinois to Cheyenne, Wyoming. Our first big stop of the day is Iowa 80, the world's largest truck stop. This place is absolutely massive. They have a large gift shop area and a large convenience shop for all your road trip needs. They also have a massive area with items for truckers and their trucks. This is a must stop for anyone traveling on Interstate 80. For breakfast, I went to the Iowa 80 kitchen. I ordered their Hungry Man breakfast, which came with ham, eggs, sausage, bacon, hash browns, and 2 big fluffy pancakes. All this for $15. Let's lube up those pancakes and get to eating. I started off with a couple bites of the pancakes. These are some of the fluffiest pancakes I've had the pleasure of putting in my mouth. The exterior had a light crisp to it, while the interior remained soft and fluffy. The butter and syrup lubed these up nicely to allow them to slide down my throat effortlessly. Up next is the bacon. This was very average bacon, not much flavor, but cooked just the way I like it, nice and crispy. Now, let's try a bite of this sausage. Very light spice level on the sausage. I prefer a spicier breakfast sausage. Could have also been cooked a tad longer to develop a more crispy crust. Would have been good dipped into the syrup for added flavor. Moving on to the eggs. These didn't have too much flavor, so I doctored them up with some salt and pepper. They were cooked all the way through though, with no runniness. Is it even possible to screw up eggs? My least favorite part of this breakfast was the ham. It didn't have much flavor and could have been grilled for a little bit longer. It was also very salty and chewy. I'll pass on the ham next time. Now on to the most elite breakfast item, shredded hash browns. These were cooked to perfection. Golden brown, crispy crust with soft shredded potatoes underneath. The only thing that could have made these better was a slice of American cheese. Let's wash it all down with a hot cup of perfectly brewed coffee. What a way to start the morning. The Hungry Man breakfast at Iowa 80 Kitchen is definitely a buy. Now let's take a short walk over to the Iowa 80 Trucking Museum. The museum is free to get into, which I gladly would have paid $30 to get into it. They do accept donations in person and online. They have a massive warehouse filled to the brim with American trucking and automotive history. I highly recommend to pop on over to the museum after visiting the truck stop. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy some footage of the museum. After 8 hours of westward driving, it's time for dinner. Alright guys, we're at Raising Cane's. We are in North Platte, Nebraska. It's another long day of driving. We're talking over like 12 hours. Still got like 3.5 hours to go till I'm in Cheyenne, which is my final destination. So I'm going to review this real quick. and we're going to be on the move. Raising Cane's. There's a few newer locations in Massachusetts that I could go to, but I don't know, just haven't been. All right, so here's the Raising Cane's. You got the breaded chicken there, chicken tenders, crinkle cut fries, piece of toast, cane sauce, and some coleslaw. Let's get right into this. Piece of chicken, pretty floppy. Feels very, very lightly breaded. Let's try without the sauce first. Very lightly breaded. All right, with the cane sauce. This cane sauce is really good. Try some of the fries with the sauce. Yeah, light crisp on the fry. Honestly, it's just a standard crinkle cut fry. It's really all I can say. A piece of chicken, though. It's very juicy, but there's like no seasoning on it. You really need the sauce here. All the flavors coming from this sauce. So yeah, the chicken, nice and juicy, lightly breaded, nicely fried up. Pretty good, but it's got like no flavor. So you definitely need the cane sauce to go along with it. Try some of this coleslaw. Not a big slaw guy, but I have been trying it recently. Some places are pretty gross. This actually looks pretty good. Pretty standard coleslaw. Nothing special. And lastly, a piece of grilled toast, I guess. Ooh. That's heavily buttered. I like that. Nice and soft. Crispy on the exterior. Great piece of bread. Alright guys, Raising Cane's. It's alright. Definitely not the best piece of chicken tender, but not the worst. Somewhere middle in the pack. Definitely a try. So, when you're seeing your Raising Cane's, you want to try it, maybe stop in, give it a try. Let me know if the chicken has more flavor when you guys go. So North Platte, we're going to get out to Cheyenne. We'll have a room review when we get there. Alright guys, it's morning time. I got to the hotel last night. I was pretty tired. So we're going to do the room tour before I check out. We're at the Little America Resort in Cheyenne, Wyoming. This is not what I expected. Like, it gives me like motel vibes. But, okay, all you can see is a screen, huh? It gives me motel vibes. But it's like a nice hotel. It's almost like apartment buildings. So this was my room, 112. Like, you get the chairs out front to sit out front if you want. There's balconies on the second level. 2 chairs and a table to relax. Decently sized TV. I'm by myself, but I used both beds. For some reason, I couldn't sleep in this bed. I moved over to this one, and that was fine. Kind of strange. Nice lamp there with a little table. Pretty standard. Nice paintings above the beds, too. Like, Wyoming-ish, you know? Well, those cows. I passed a place in Nebraska, and there must have been 3,000 cows. Like, I know that that's a thing, but I was just so shocked. A little desk chair, a nice mirror. I walked in here and I was like, what is this place? There's a steamer up there. A safe. I don't know what this thing is. Maybe like a something. I don't know. Some clamps. No, those aren't clamps. Those are clothes hangers. There's a sink. You got a mini fridge, which, yeah, it's pretty standard for hotels. Microwave. Yeah, I mean, you really gotta go digging deep to find some nastiness. But, like, it is what it is. Yeah, like, stuff's all over here. Keurig machine in the bathroom, odd place for it. I did notice the drains. When I brushed my teeth, they didn't drain really good. Toilet in the corner. Now, I got a complaint about the shower. I don't like this. The amount of water that came out of here when I was in the shower was just ridiculous. I've never seen that before. We just have a handle that you turn to hot or cold, so I had to figure that out. The shower head was like a pressure washer. That's in a bad spot. Those should be on this side because the shower, like I said, it was a pressure washer. You go to get your soap and it falls off because it's going through the water. So I'm going to clean up a little bit. We're going to get out of here. Like I said, Little America Resort, Cheyenne, Wyoming, right off I-80. This bed was comfortable. This one was comfortable too. I just couldn't sleep. I don't know why. I noticed when I moved over here, it was colder. I like it cold when I sleep, so I think that's what it was. I was kind of sweating over here. I came over here. It was a little cooler, a little closer to the window. But the vent's right there, so it doesn't make sense.
So that concludes this day of westward travel. I highly recommend Little America Hotel and Resort. I wish I could have stayed here a couple more nights, but this was just a quick overnight stop before I get to my westernmost point. Stay tuned for part 3, and thank you for watching. Peace out.